time, it's me, Richard. No, I'm not going to perform my hidden talent to prove it. Just let me in. Open the door, lab rat. Open it. Thank you.
Honestly.
Hello! Yeah, honestly, I really am Richard, and this is my blast lab. One thing, it's supposed to be top secret, so how did you lot get in here? And I couldn't. Anyway, assuming my lab rat on security bucks his ideas up, I shall soon be bringing in 2 teams of science clever clogs to compete for awesome prizes. So let's see what's coming up. Because the experiments we're doing here are so important, I have my own team of SAS commandos to guard the lab. Unfortunately, they're all at choir practice this afternoon, so they couldn't make it. However, at the last minute, I've managed to call in the world's most fearsome one-woman fighting force. It is my Ninja Nan. Hello, Ninja Nan. Thanks for standing in for us. Now, she may look fragile, but she is, in fact, a trained ninja. See? Nan, if you'd like to take your place in security, please. Nan, take your place in security, please. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Away she goes. At full speed. Honestly, she is so hard. She sleeps on a bed of nails with an anvil for a pillow. Says it's good for her back. Ninja Nan, are you settled in yet? Are you in security? Oh, she is. Oh, lab rat. She didn't like that. She didn't like that. Well, she's settled in to keep us all... Oh, she's in a tartan shopping trolley again. Let me guess. Oh, thermos flask. That'll be tea in there. She likes it strong. When I say strong, I mean ninja strong. I once took a sip of that by accident. Couldn't taste anything for a week. Anyway, now Ninja Nan is settled. Let's have a look at who's trying to get into my lab today. Should be a bunch of people. Well, now, hold on. Hang on a second. With the applause and with the excitement, yellow people, you might not be the yellow team for all we know. You say you are. We need to prove that, to check it before you can come through security. I have my security files here. Your names, please, so that they check off. They are?
Sappy! Callum! Ellie!
Yeah, well, that tallies with the form. Now, your hidden talent, what is it?
Being mad and crazy!
Yeah. Good grief. Well, it does say we're all mad here, so fair enough. Come through into the lab. You're cleared through security. That means you are our yellow team. Congratulations for getting through security. Where have you all come from?
Binfield! And we're the mad, crazy thing!
You've come up with your own name, and it's irrelevant. You are the yellow team, OK? But welcome to the lab. Nice to have you here. Now, there should also be a bunch of people claiming to be the red team. So, you're the red team, are you?
Yep.
I can't just take your word for it like that. I've got to check with my security files. Your names, please?
Tony. Helena. Oliver.
Tony, Helena, Oliver. Yes, that's correct. Your hidden talent, Oliver.
I can put my leg behind my head.
Really? Yeah, well, you can, he has. You can't deny that. I wouldn't do it, but he has. Come on in, through security, into the lab. Well, that proves it then, Oliver. You are our red team. Thanks for coming into the lab. Where have you come from?
Wigan.
And what are you called?
The Winstanley Watts.
You see, you're wrong already. You're the red team. Be content with that. Welcome to the lab anyway. Now, it's time to play round 1, so teams, take your positions and get ready for that. Go and get settled in, ready for the first round. To assist me, I would like to introduce a friend of mine, all the way from Africa, via my garage. It is Oliver. Crowning achievements is Oliver's Fact Nav. It contains every fact ever written down. Every fact you've ever thought of. Some that no one would ever particularly want to know. But it doesn't always get it right. So let's see if our teams can sort the science facts from the science fiction. Once you've decided, teams, Oliver will let you know. If it is true, he'll do this. And if it's false, Oliver will do this. OK, so simple as that. This is your first chance to earn a point in the Blast Lab, OK? Reds, you're going first. I'm going to give you a fact. Tell me whether it's true or false. Here comes your fact. The Eurostar, that's a train, has the power of 20 Formula One racing cars. Don't answer straight away. Have a good chat. Have a think. You never know what you might know that'll help. Audience, what do we think? Is that true or false? Let me know. OK, a lot of truths down here. One false amongst all the truths. You don't think it's got that much power. OK. Mostly truths over here. You don't have to go with what the audience think, though. You really don't. What do you think?
We think true.
You think true? That's your final answer. It's your first point, remember? OK. Red team thinks it's true. Oliver, is it? It's true! Wow! Of course, it's not just the power, it's the weight as well. Yes, it's got the power of 20 Formula One cars, but they can weigh as much as 800 tons. So they're not as fast as Formula One cars. Right. Yellows. Time for your science fact. What? We haven't started yet. This is your chance for a first point. They've got one. This is your chance to equalise. Here's your fact. Due to gravitational effects, you weigh slightly less when a lump of cheese is held over your head. Is that true or false? Have a chat, have a think, really have a think about this one. Audience, is that true, do we think? Due to gravitational effects, you weigh slightly less when a lump of cheese is held over your head. OK, false round there. A lot of truths through there. These guys thinking false. Again, don't just go with the audience, because they have been wrong before. What do you think?
False.
You think that's false? Oliver, is it true or false? I'm glad, because I had actually got a piece of cheese here to test it, to see if you float away. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. In actual fact, you do weigh slightly less when the moon is overhead. That's because the force of the Earth's gravity is slightly counteracted because the moon has a gravity all of its own. Right. Your third and final question is different. I'm not going to ask you whether this is true or false. I'm going to ask you to give me an answer to it, and you write that answer down on the boards in front of you. It is quite tricky. You may not know the exact answer, but I will give the point to the team that gets the closest, OK? 1-1, this is another point. What is the speed of the fastest recorded sneeze? In miles an hour, the speed of the fastest recorded sneeze. Have a think, have a chat, have a think about that one. I might go and ask what the audience think. I should take my microphone mug tree. Anybody got any ideas? Anybody got a clue about that? What do we think? You'll have to whisper, because you're right next to the red team, yes?
No idea.
You made me walk all the way over here for you to tell me you've got no idea.
Yeah.
Thank you. You've got a great career as a lab rat in here if you want one. Anybody got an idea? Thank you. Anybody got an idea? Do you have an idea? Yes, guys, what do you think?
1 mile an hour?
Shh, keep it quiet. You think 1 mile an hour, you think
100 miles per hour.
100 miles an hour? That's quite a difference between the two. Well, I don't know. Anybody else?
I think maybe it's 60 miles per hour.
You really thought about it. Is that a speed limit thing? You reckon any faster and it's too fast? You'd get points on your nose. No, that wouldn't work. Right, let's see if the teams have got answers. Yellow team, you've got an answer. Don't show me it yet. Red team, have you answered it?
Yep.
OK, remember, the point for this goes to the team that gets closest to the real answer. Let's have a look at what you've got first. Teams, turn the boards around. Let's have a look. Yellows say 125 miles an hour. Reds say 100. That's an interesting development, isn't it? That's like a weird mind thing going on in the Blast Lab. Well, I guess the only way we can do that is you're both the closest or you're both the furthest. I'm feeling generous. You're both the closest. That's an extra point each. Congratulations. Well done. If you want to know the actual answer, Do you want to know that? Good. It's 103.6 miles an hour. It was held by Donna Griffiths from Worcestershire. She sneezed for 978 days in a row. Well done, teams. You've got 2 points each at the end of that round. That's all to come. Now we're going to play mini science. Our contestants will be conducting experiments using everyday household objects. And to help us out, here is my 65-year-old science teacher. She's smart, she's wise, she's half my size. It is Mini Miss. You grown any since I last saw you?
Don't make jokes, Richard.
Oh.
They're not becoming of you.
Sorry. She really is 65, you know. It's just I had a bit of bother with my time machine, and she came out like this. You see, I put in the codes for...
Hurry up. I don't have all day.
Sorry. What have you got in store for our teams today, then, miss?
Well, Richard, today we're looking at pressure.
Right.
Each team has got 5 small pots, all filled with different types of liquid. They have orange juice, gunge, milk, cola, and some of Ninja Nan's tea. Each team member has to choose a pot to be their rocket, so that's 3 rockets per team. When they have chosen their rocket, all team members must drop a fizzy tablet into the liquid and put the lid on very quickly. Once they have done this, they must place the rocket on the launch pad, stand back and wait.
Miss, I love these rockets. Can I try one?
Yes,
Just to show how they work.
You'll have to use water.
Oh, so this isn't an unfair advantage, teams. You haven't got this liquid. It's not amongst the 5 you've got. OK, right, I'll do it.
But first, safety goggles on. You should know that from all those years ago, Richard.
Yeah, right. Sorry, miss. I feel safe. Right, so when it comes to launch time, teams, you get your rocket like this, your little pot. I take the tablet out. I'll get the lid ready. You've got to be really quick. So, right, I put the tablet in, and I put the lid on quickly, and we stand well back.
And wait.
And then we wait. Whoa! That worked then, miss.
Yeah.
That worked. OK, so it's fairly simple, teams. But before you get to that bit, before you get to the launch, you've got to decide. The team who launches all 3 of their rockets first will win this game, will they, miss? That's the idea. This is about pressure again, isn't it?
Yes, Richard. Well done.
It's about the pressure that builds up in the pot when the reaction happens when the tablet is dropped into the liquid. And that's what forces the lids off. So if the tablets are all the same...
Yes, they are.
And they can choose between different liquids in the teams, it's about which liquids make that reaction happen first, because it's the first one to go off that wins.
No.
Does everybody understand? Red team,
Yep.
do you understand?
Yep.
Yellow?
Yep. Yeah.
I'm going to give you some time to have a chat, to come to your decisions before we have a launch countdown. That some time begins now. Reds, not much chatting going on here.
Finished?
You're finished?
Yeah.
How do you know which ones to use?
Well,
Have you made your mind up which 3?
yeah.
OK. Yellows, how are you doing?
We've decided.
You've decided as well?
Yes.
You 6 really are rocket scientists, aren't you? OK, well, if you've all decided, we need to line up our rockets on the launch pads. You'll see 3 in front of you. Put 1 of your chosen liquids on each of those, please. Why have you gone for orange juice?
Well, because it's acidic.
Right.
Orange juice is acidic, so...
So you're thinking...
Because that's alkaline, so it should react
And it's the
with the
reaction
acid.
to another. You reckon that's where it lies. So the answer is the most acidic. Whose idea was that?
Me.
And
Well,
me.
both of them.
Right. Red team, you've gone for the same. Why have you gone for these? Why these 3?
Well, because when I was having my first tablet for a headache, my mum said drink it with your cola. So I put it in the thing instead of putting it in my mouth. When I got to it, there's nothing left of it.
So that's experience. That's perfectly good in science. Why have you gone for the other 2?
Well, I've chosen gunge because this is toxic and it'll be an acid, so they would react.
So you think it's the acid that is the key here?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to find out if both teams are right. It's the launch. This is the moment of truth. Audience, are we ready for this? Yes! Make sure there's plenty of room. This is rocket science going on. No, not really. This is rocket science. We need to be careful. I'm going to put my goggles on. So I'll be safe, even if you're not. And that's good to know. Well, my safety is everything. OK, if we're ready, how are we going to do the countdown? We're going to count down? OK. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, launch! Here we go. We're ready. They're all in. Standing back and waiting. Now it's the first one to launch. Will it be red? Will it be yellow? I can't stand the tension, Liz. I can't stand the tension.
I'm sure you'll pull through.
Oh, I don't know, Liz. You watch those, I'll watch these. Oh, that was the first one, the yellow, and it was the Coke and the orange juice. That's going as well. Hang on, there's anything happening. Oh!
One, 2.
That's in neither case has the toxic gun's gone. Clearly, I think it was too much for the exploding tablets. The yellow team's rocket mixture reacted faster with explosive consequences, with the red rockets going off just moments later. I guess the difference in timing was just perhaps the way the tablet fell. It's to do with how much of the surface of the tablet can be got at by the liquid that it's gone into, because that's how much of the reaction will be triggered and how quickly. Yellow team clearly take the point there. Well done, yellows. Whoa, there goes the yellows, like a mini rocket. Of course, the fact is we're now still all standing in the blast lab with one unexploded rocket amongst us. Power of the pressure on those pot lids was pretty impressive, though. I wonder what would happen if we made everything about that experiment much bigger. So we created our very own bowling alley, a 100-metre long bowling alley. My expendable lab rat is now going to demonstrate the conventional style of bowling. Well, fairly conventional. But how many skittles will he manage to knock over? That was rubbish. Instead, let's use a super special blast lab cannon. A bowling ball is loaded into the cannon and sits above a pile of gunpowder. When the gunpowder is lit, it burns ridiculously quickly, producing huge amounts of hot gases. These expanding gases are trapped by the barrel of my cannon and have nowhere to go except out of the big hole in the end. This forces the bowling ball out at insane speeds, hopefully towards our carefully arranged skittles. Time for another demonstration with my very own super special blast lab cannon. Let's see how many skittles it knocks down from just 18 meters. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Way, strike! But how will it perform on our super-sized 100-metre long bowling alley? OK, so let's stop the film there for a moment, because I want to ask you a question. He's got 3 attempts, and each time there are 28 skittles. So that's 84 skittles in all over the 3 attempts. I want both teams to tell me how many skittles they think will get knocked over. The team with the nearest answer, again, like at the beginning, the ones who get nearest to the real answer will win a point. So, out of the 84, give us some thought. Red team, what do you reckon?
65.
65. 65 from the reds, yellows.
We said that as well.
No, you didn't.
Yes, we did.
Did you really?
Yes.
Do you want to stick with that?
Yes.
Because if it's the same answers, you can't win a point and get to head or change the score. OK, 65 and 65 it is. Frankly, I'm scared by what's going on in the blast lab today. Have you lot been conducting an experiment without me knowing about mind melding? OK, audience, they've gone for 65 each time. Anybody disagree with that? Anybody think a different number? What do you think?
64.
Oh, come on. Anybody braver than that?
Stop to 66.
All right, we'll let you change ones to 66.
Yep.
OK. So we're going to go with 65 and 66. In other words, if it's more than 66, they win. If it's less than 65, you win. They're sticking with it. They're sticking with it. OK. 65 and 66. There is only one way to solve this one, and that's watch the film. So roll the tape. Let's have a look. Oh, no, that's terrible. It did smash into one of the cones, but a cone is not technically a skittle and therefore doesn't count. So, total skittles knocked over after one round, none. close. Hold on. That skittle has fallen over, but I'm pretty sure the wind caught it, not the bowling ball. So, total number of skittles down after round 2. Still none. Time for our final attempt. Here we go. No! Unbelievable! It's missed again! And so the total number of skittles down after all 3 attempts. A big fat 0. Oh dear, so they got none at all, which means even though you said 65, which is a long way from none, you are closer than the Reds, who said 66. So the Yellows take the point. Well done. Well done. And now it's time for both teams to go off and get changed into your protective suits, ready for the messy mess test. Away you go. Oh dear. Is it not working? You see? Oh, no, I said it wouldn't. The lab rats had an idea that they could power the whole lab using brainwaves, but they've attached their machine to a lab rat, and they don't have any brainwaves. Well, not that we'd recognise. Told you it was never going to work. Right, back to the drawing board for you lot. We're going to move on to the messy mess test. Which today is in the nuclear box, and that's why you guys needed the protective suits. Strange thing about the nuclear box. Late last night, I was in here working on an experiment and I heard a sort of strange screeching, howling, squelching noise. I looked in here. I don't know. I don't think I saw it. I mean, I saw it could have been a tail, could have been pincers, definitely teeth. Just all right. Just don't touch anything that moves or is perfectly still. Right, here's the game. The idea is to get these pods to the other end. Now, these pods contain prizes, each of them. All sorts of things in there. There's watches, there's night vision goggles, all manner of prizes in there for you. But to get them to the other end of the box, you can't just pass them to one another. You can't use your hands, because they'd melt off. That's why we've given you these tongs to use instead. You pass them one to another. Don't drop them. If you drop a prize pod, leave it there, start with another one. Then you guys on the end, your job is to get them into the basket. The team that gets the most prize pods into the baskets at the end of the game will win and take the prizes home. The losing team has to blow them up. That's the game, OK? Now, there are some interesting tactics because the red team are going with 2 players. They're trying it their way. The yellow team are going with 3. Now, because yellow team, you are ahead on points at the moment, that means you get to start first. So when you hear the first nuclear alert, you start. A few seconds later, red team, you'll hear the second nuclear alert, then you start. Well, you have some time to do this. That time starts now! So away we go, and the yellows are off and running. There goes the second siren for the Reds. It'll be interesting to see if their tactic of only using 2 players works. The yellow team could have done the same, but they decided against it. Looks like it is. The Reds bagged their second pod. You know, I've given this some thought, and I think, actually, playing with only 2 members, the red team were at a massive advantage because it's all about passing these pods one to another. That's where you lose the time. That's when you drop and have to start again. Clever. Very clever of the red team. And look at that, the Reds have 5 pods with the yellows still struggling to get there first. Reds get another, as the yellows, let's be honest, are making a complete hash of it.
3, 2, 1.
Well, that is it. Time is up. We have to stop there. Now, it's not going to be too difficult to count up the pods and see who's won. My lab rats are here to do that for me because their paws are immune to whatever is in there. OK, lab rat, the yellow team have got how many pods? None at all. It's not easy, this, is it? It's very difficult. The red team, with their unique tactics, have got lab rat, 7 pods. I mean, the red team are the winners. And so, red team will now find out exactly what you have won. For that, I shall need the help of my specially trained assistant, Ninja Nan. Now, she has the prizes here to model for you. You'll be taking home a blood, bones, and body bits kit. Last lab goodie bag. An MP3 multimedia player. Test tube seahorse. A growing lab. A chemistry set. An Electro Magic kit. We've done that up. That's 7 prizes. They will be taking all of those home with them. Yellows, that was a brave effort, but there's nothing in here. Now, this is both good news and bad news. The good news is it doesn't matter because you still get a Blast Lab goodie bag each. Yeah! The slightly less good news is because you lost, you've got to blow it up. Sorry, team, that's what happens next because it's time for B-Day Goes Bang. Well, this is it, yellow team. How are you feeling?
Okay. We've had a good day.
Oh, good, but resigned to the fact that, well, what went wrong in the game?
Well, Safi, at the beginning, she grabbed it a bit too far, and then eventually, when I got one, I think I grabbed it too far as well.
It's so
and then
hard, isn't it? It's really difficult getting a grip on those pods. Well, the good news is your goodie bags are over there ready to be blown up, so there's no putting this off any longer, really. I mean, that's just the way it goes. Some of us are destined to be winners. Some of us are destined to have our hard-earned prizes blown up in an exploding B-Day. And that's you guys. There's no putting it off any longer. Your prizes are already in position. But who's doing it? Who's doing it?
All of us.
All together. You see, you came here as a team. You fought through together as a team. Now you're going to blow up your prizes as a team. Lift the plunger for us, please. We're going to give you a countdown. There you go. Now, don't push it down until we give you the countdown. Are we ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go! Oh, there you go. That's it. It's all done. That's all we've got time for. We've taken a good look at how things behave under pressure, like fizzy tablets in a plastic pot and bowling balls in a cannon. And now I'm about to put pressure on something else. My useless lab rats. They better tidy this mess up and fast. See you next time. Blast Lab was recorded in front of a live studio audience. Probably no lab rats were hurt too badly during filming.
Whoa! Give Me a Break is my kind of holiday. Actually, any holiday is my kind of holiday. But on Give Me a Break, kids get to take control of a family holiday, making it a whole lot of fun. There's a new series coming up later in the year, so if you fancy whisking your family off on a holiday designed by you, get in touch. To apply, simply log onto our website, click on Be on a Show, then fill in the application form. Easy!
Sometimes you feel you have to escape.
Run away one day. Maybe that will teach you a lesson.
One less mouth to feed.
But there's no such thing as an easy way out.
Please come back, sweetheart.
Runaway starts Thursday at 4:05 CBBC on BBC One.
This is CBBC Mashup. We need you.
That?
Yeah, then go to our website and get creative. Mix it, move it, mash it, make it and remix it all over again. Create your very own CBBC logo movie. You've mashed it, now mail it. How good is that?
Oh, lovely!
Yeah, lovely. So get on the CBBC website, click on Create and get mashed!
We're continuing our search to find the world's next great superhero. 13 wannabe